Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Sinan from sinBAD Paints. Today we are painting Lieutenant Amulius from Warhammer 40,000. As you may already notice it, I slightly converted him from Ultramarines into the Black Templars. Alright, as always my workbench is standing ready for what comes next. I have already primed the model with a black undercoat, which followed by a white zenithal spray. To make the painting easier, I have the model sub-assembled. Right, let's start with the base. I have Whole Red from AK Interactive, which covers perfectly even with only one coat. No Warhammer base is completed without a skull, and my go-to paint is Zendry Dust from Citadel. For the rubble that he will be standing on, I have Deck 10 from AK Interactive. Next up is the body armor. I used black from AK Interactive. To give a better grip, I attached the mini to the base. It's not glued, by the way. I continued with painting leather parts with Cyborg Brown from Citadel's Contrast paint range. I prefer white base coat for contrast paint application. Then I painted Purity Seal with Space Magenta from AK Interactive Quick Gen paint range. Next is the helmet. For the paint, I have two color scheme. For red parts, I'm using Supernova Red from AK Interactive. The only skin part of the model is its face, and my loyal trio came into the game. I'm using Bugman's Glow, Kedin Flesh Tone, and Kislev Flesh from Citadel. And now, one of the most trickiest parts, painting the eyes. As you can see, I'm using a head mount magnifier. The lens that I'm using is 3.5x. For this small scale, I'm using my 00 size brush. I firstly paint both eyes with black from Vallejo paints. Then for each eye, I put 2 dots of Deck 10 from AK Interactive, which actually helped to create an eye with black pupil. For his power sword, I wanted to create a lava effect. And for this, I used yellow ink from AK Interactive as base coat on top of white undercoat. The key is not to overload the paint and make sure it is evenly spread. Next I have orange ink, again from AK Interactive, which will help the transition between yellow and red parts. This one followed by thin red ink, again from AK Interactive. Last but not least, I used a sponge to paint the final black part for the edge of the blade. One thing to remember, amount of the black paint should be minimal for better control. Next up, I painted rims of the shoulder pads and Black Templars insignia with Supernova Red from AK. No Black Templar should be without chains. For his hair, I used Smoke Black as base color and highlighted with a 3.1 mix of Smoke Black and Ice Yellow, again from AK Interactive. I used a thin mix of Smoke Black and Ice Yellow to imitate his facial hair. And yes, I was feeling that he needed a busier base, so I 3D printed some candles with different sizes and shapes. I used Tamiya putty to fix gaps, and as always I use white glue and texture materials to blend them with the base itself. But that means I need to repaint everything. For ground, I use again Hull Red from AK Interactive. For candles, I use Deck 10 as base color. For the rubble, this time I use Natural Green instead of Deck 10. All base coats are done for the bait. Off camera, I shaded the candles with snakebite leather, and I edge highlighted the candles with a mix of Zandri Dust and Deck 10. As coming to the end, let's edge highlight the armor and the backpack. I use my 00 size brush and a mix of 50-50 of natural gray and smoke black as highlight color. The key factor is patience with steady hand. However, don't stress it too much. If you do any mistake, you can always go back and correct it. At this time, I wanted to put the model together and continue the final stage as a fully assembled one. Well, coming along nicely, and I'm quite happy with this outcome. However, we are not done yet. There's one small detail that I wanted to try for the very first time with you guys. I wanted to create an impression of working jet exhaust on his backpack. So I started with white ink as base color. Then I continued with yellow ink. Next, I used orange ink by leaving the center yellow. Better sell the effect, I put white dot on the dead center of each exhaust. And to wrap it, I used red ink on the outer part of exhaust. And there he is, with all his glory and ready to face his next battle. I'm really happy with how he turned out, and he will take his rightful place in my Black Templars army. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. We would appreciate to receive your comments about the build, about the channel, or if there's anything you would like to see next. We are posting weekly videos, so if you want to see more painting projects, join us next week. Thanks again guys for watching, and see you on the next video.